Hi everyone, this is Spooooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make a Halloween cake. This is a black velvet cake with orange-colored Italian buttercream frosting and a black cat design on top.
Ooh, I'm scared already.
First, we're going to make the black velvet cake. Start off by letting 6 tablespoons unsalted butter, 3 large eggs, and 3/4 cup of buttermilk come to room temperature. Place an oven rack in the middle position and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Take 2 9-inch round cake pans and line the bottoms with parchment paper. No need to grease the sides or the parchment paper. Take 2 cake strips and soak them in cold water for about 5 minutes. Shake off excess water but do not wring, and place them around each cake pan. Take a medium-sized mixing bowl, add in 1 3/4 cups of cake flour, 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk these dry ingredients together till they are fully combined and set this aside. Then take a large mixing bowl, add in 1/3 cup, which is about 2 ounces, of bittersweet chocolate chips. Microwave this for 1 minute. When the bittersweet chocolate is soft and melted, add in 1/2 cup of black cocoa powder, 1/3 cup of hot-brewed coffee, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Whisk these together till they are well combined. Then add in the 3/4 cup of room temperature buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. Continue to whisk till everything is combined. Set this aside.
Now, in the bowl of your stand mixer, add in the 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter, and with a paddle attachment, beat on medium-high speed until the butter is soft, about 2 minutes. While continuing to beat, slowly add in 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar, and beat for 5 minutes until the mixture looks fluffy. Then, with the beater still on medium-high, add in the 3 large room temperature eggs, 1 egg at a time, waiting till the previous egg is completely combined before adding in the next one. When the eggs are incorporated, turn down your stand mixer to medium-low speed and alternate between adding the dry ingredients, which is the flour mixture, and the wet ingredients, which is the chocolate mixture, 1/3 at a time, till everything has been added to the stand mixer and the mixture is well combined. Stop the mixer and scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl. Then do a final mix on medium speed for about 30 seconds to ensure everything is mixed. Divide the batter equally between the 2 prepared cake pans, and smooth the top as much as possible. Bake the cakes in your preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Let the cakes rest on metal racks to cool for about 10 minutes. Then invert the cakes onto the metal racks, lift off the pans, and peel off the parchment paper the cakes were baked with. Let the cakes cool completely to room temperature. Then when they reach room temperature, take a flat surface, today we're using chopping boards, and flip each of the 2 cakes onto a chopping board. And place the layers in the freezer for a minimum of 2 hours. This cake is extremely crumbly, so placing them in the freezer will make assembly much easier.
While we're waiting for the cakes to cool and freeze, we're going to work on the Italian meringue buttercream frosting.
Now, most Halloween cakes out there use American buttercream frosting because it's the most stable, which, for a cake of this size, you would need about 7.5 cups of powdered sugar, which when we tested it, we found to be too sweet.
Much too sweet. I started getting sugar sweats, remember?
Wow.
So today, we're opting to make an Italian meringue buttercream frosting, which is also very stable, much less sweet, and in our opinion, much more delicious. To start, take 4 eggs and separate them into yolks and whites while they're still cold. Save the yolks to use for another dish and let the 4 egg whites come to room temperature. Take 2 cups, which is 4 sticks, of unsalted butter, slice them into 1-inch cubes, and let them also come to room temperature. Take the bowl of your stand mixer and add in the 4 room temperature egg whites and 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. With the whisk attachment, beat this on medium speed. When the mixture looks frothy after about 2 or 3 minutes, slowly add in 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. When all the sugar has been added, turn the speed up to medium-high and continue beating till you see soft peaks forming, like this. Let this rest. Then take a medium-sized saucepan and add in 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1/3 cup of water. Heat it over medium-low heat. Without stirring, wait for the sugar to dissolve completely and the mixture looks clear. When the sugar has dissolved, attach a candy thermometer and turn up the flame to the highest level possible. Without stirring, continue heating till the sugar-water mixture reaches the softball stage, which is 235 degrees Fahrenheit. Pay very close attention to the thermometer because if your sugar heats past 235 degrees Fahrenheit, the resulting frosting will be grainy. As soon as the thermometer reads 235 degrees Fahrenheit, turn off the flame and remove the saucepan from the heat. Turn on the mixture to medium-low speed and immediately drizzle the hot sugar mixture into the egg white meringue in a slow, steady stream. The sugar should be hot enough to be in the softball stage so it stabilizes the eggs, as well as hot enough to pasteurize the egg whites so they are safe to eat. When all the hot sugar syrup has been added, turn off the mixture to scrape down the bowl as needed. Then turn the mixer back on to medium-high speed and continue running the mixer until the mixture cools completely to room temperature, which could take 15 to 20 minutes or so. Do not worry because you cannot overmix this meringue buttercream frosting. Letting it run will just help cool the meringue faster. It should end up having a nice silky smooth texture, and it should be the same temperature as the room temperature butter before they are combined. When the meringue has cooled completely, turn up the speed to medium-low, and 1 cube at a time, add in the 2 cups of cubed room temperature butter, waiting for each piece of butter to get incorporated before adding the next one. If the mixture starts looking curdled, do not worry. It just means the mixture is too cold and it will become smooth once it warms up during mixing. Again, buttercreams like this cannot be overmixed. If your mixture starts to look a little soupy, do not panic. It just means that your mixture is a little warm, which tends to happen on a hot day. Just put the bowl in the fridge for about 20 minutes for the mixture to firm up. Once all the butter has been incorporated and the mixture looks smooth, turn the speed back up to medium-high and add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of table salt. Continue mixing the buttercream on medium-high speed for another 5 minutes, or until it's well incorporated, smooth, and has a silky consistency. Do not worry about overmixing, as you really can't overmix meringue-based buttercreams.
We're going to make 2 different colored frostings for the outside of the Halloween cake, black and orange. Transfer 2 cups of the Italian buttercream into a small mixing bowl. Add in 6 tablespoons of black cocoa powder to this 2 cups of buttercream, and mix until it is smooth and well blended. We'll be using this for piping black rosettes at the end. Set this aside for now.
For the orange frosting, we're going to use a gel coloring. Gel colorings are water-based, so that the fat from the butter, which is hydrophobic or non-water soluble, will not readily take on color from the gel.
And a trick for getting the color to take is heating it up a bit. From the stand mixer, with the remaining Italian buttercream, Take 1/4 cup and transfer it to a separate microwavable bowl. Add 2 teaspoons of orange gel food coloring to this 1/4 cup of buttercream. Mix it up a bit and microwave it for 15 seconds. Microwaving this small portion will allow the colors from the food coloring to take to the buttercream, as food coloring does not readily dissolve into buttercream. Once you have this small portion of buttercream with activated orange coloring, mix it back into the buttercream in the stand mixer to make a big batch of orange buttercream for the cake filling and frosting.
When the 2 different colored frostings are ready and the black velvet cake layers have been in the freezer for a minimum of 2 hours, we're ready to assemble the cake. Take a cake board that's larger than 9 inches in diameter. This is a 10-inch diameter cake board, and place it on a revolving cake stand. Place the first frozen layer of black velvet cake in the center of the cake board. Then spread a thin layer of the orange buttercream frosting mixture on top, creating an even and flat layer as much as possible, about 1/4 inch thick layer of frosting. Place the second layer of frozen black velvet cake on top, making sure the flatter side is facing up. Cover the sides of the cake with a thin layer of the orange buttercream frosting, and then the same thing with the top of the cake. This thin crumb coat should catch any crumbs. Place the cake in the fridge for 20 minutes for the crumb coat to firm up. You can store the unused buttercream out at room temperature. When the crumb coat has hardened, apply a final layer of frosting with the remaining orange Italian buttercream around the sides of the cake, as well as the top. Smoothen all the surfaces with an offset spatula as much as possible, and clean off any stray frosting from the base.
Then take some Halloween-themed sprinkles. We're using a combination of black, white, and orange-colored Halloween-themed sprinkles, and press them all around the sides of the cake, going about 1/3 of the way up the sides. Clean off excess from the base. Then we're taking our cat-shaped cookie cutter, really you could use whatever shaped cookie cutter you like, and place it in the middle of the cake's top surface. Using a small spoon, sprinkle a thin layer of black sugar into the cookie cutter, making sure it goes all the way to the sides and filling in the middle. Smooth out the black sugar with a toothpick to make sure it forms a thin, even layer of black sugar. Then carefully lift off the cookie cutter, revealing the black cat decoration. Attach a large open star tip to your piping bag. Today we're using a number 1M tip, and transfer the 2 cups of black cocoa frosting that was prepared earlier into the bag. Create a decorative pattern around the outer circumference of the top surface by making black swirls all around the cake. Spooky!
Refrigerate the cake overnight for the layers to set, and set it out at room temperature for about 20 minutes before serving to let the Italian buttercream soften up a bit. And there it is, a Halloween-themed cake with black velvet layers and orange Italian buttercream. Ang sarap!
Yum!
So good. The black velvet is always so moist.
And this is a really great Halloween treat. And I love the black cat on top. Well, before it gets sliced up. Now it's a mangled cat.
Oh, poor thing. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this Halloween cake. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And be sure to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com. Happy Halloween! I choose you!
Ah, Pikachu!